me. Dream team's all right. Oh, yeah. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy. This is Warn Dog.
Coach of the Warn Dog.
This is Calvin.
Calvin, and I'm not happy, Roy. This is ridiculous.
Well, I don't blame you. We're down here at Star Bar in Lonnie. We're having a couple of beers. It is the business end of the pre-season now. No more, mucking around with your team. Trades don't matter. It matters now. We need to get our team set, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute massive, couple of weeks really to get ourselves sorted. So we'll tell you more about that coming up. But Calvin, you've got the green vest on, mate.
I do, thanks to workwearhub.com.au, but you can't wear a green vest when the actual thing hasn't started. I'm not really happy about that. I came down here and he goes, "Who's your green vest, Calvin?" I'm like, shove it, dog.
Match day has started and we had our first game. We had our first winner. Well done to Smitty, who won the pack from Meathead. Thank you very much. Meathead.com.au are sponsoring our Meathead League. 1,500 people in that.
That's amazing.
Massive. It's awesome. So get amongst that if you haven't already. But Calvin, you've got the vest on. Is it a sign for the rest of the season?
I'll give you a sign of things to come, dog. That.
Rightio, here we are. We are the Dream Team professionals, and you're thinking to yourself, why am I sitting next to the Coleman medalist? Well, he's got a game he's got to tell us about. It's called Suit Boot. How's it work?
Yes, well, it's obviously Suit Boot. It's something that I've jumped on board. It's sponsored by Bingle, who are obviously a great sponsor of our football club, and it's the fans' Coleman medal, really. So people can jump on board the Suit Boot, and basically week in, week out, they pick a different player every week to who they think is going to kick the most goals, and there's a few little rules and regulations around it, but that's it in a nutshell. So it's the fans' Coleman, and whoever ends up with the most goals at the end of the year can take away some pretty handy prizes.
And you can't pick the same player twice, can you?
Well, you can pick the same player twice, but after that you've got to start to pick a different player. So you can't pick Buddy Franklin every week, as I probably would. And the other rule is that you actually can't pick the same player against the same opposition more than twice. So you can't be picking against, say, the GWS or someone who might have a lot of their key backmen out. So there's a few little rules in there, but look, it's going to go pretty well, I reckon. And obviously the prize at the end is what the fans will be jumping on board and trying to win. And it'd be interesting to see if they can actually beat whoever does take the Coleman out this year in the real AFL, if they can notch up more goals than them. All
right, mate, so if I'm getting on you, what sort of team should I be getting on you to kick a bag against?
Well, I generally go all right against the Saints. So I've kicked a few bags of 5 and 6 and 7 in my last game. So I go all right against them, but I'm not penciling anything in at the moment. I'm just be happy to get out there and get a few maybe.
Well, it's too late. I've penciled in already against the Saints, and I'm expecting probably a bag of 10? That would be
that'd be nice.
That'd be all right. All right, get on it.
Thanks to our boy, DT Talks own Jack Riewoldt. Thanks very much for that. Now, we chat to him later in the episode about more DT relevant stuff, so stay tuned for that.
Very, very big hot tips. Now, big things for us to know is in the next fortnight, we've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of little lockouts. Partial lockouts, all this sort of thing. The things that you need to know, stay tuned to the website for heaps more details. But basically, this first weekend, we've got the Crows and the Bombers playing. There'll be a lockout at the start of that game, which will also then include the Derby game, which will be the Freo and West Coast game. So all of those 4 teams, those players will be locked in on Friday night. Then everyone else, you can do whatever you want with the rest of the teams. But then on Thursday night, it's the Blues and the Tigers in that traditional game there on the Thursday night. They'll be locked in then, and then the final lockout will be on Saturday. So that Easter Saturday game is when everything's got to be done. So make sure you're switched on for that.
Hell, that's confusing.
It is confusing, but the website will keep you up to date.
Good, I'll get on it.
That. You should.
Okay, boys. Now, structures are going to be massive, as they are any year. But I don't know about you guys. I am really struggling with... my team looks great with Leuenberger in there.
Ooh,
Now, trying to find information about him... It's vital because my team, when I don't have him in there, it looks pathetic. When he's there, it looks great. So I'm really stressing about it.
Yeah, that mid-price ruck thing was always going to be a big thing for the rest of our positions, and with him potentially being out, world of trouble.
It is. It's a potential disaster.
What are we going to do, Roy?
Well,
what are we going to do about it?
I'm going to cue the crickets in the background because this could get messy, but I'm going to try to ring Rocky for an inside scoop. It's going to be our closest thing to good Leuenberger information we can get.
This is the mail that we need. Rocky loves his dream team.
He does.
So he's got everyone at heart here. He wants to help us all out.
And Berger's like one of the most selected players at the moment.
Definitely.
This is crucial information.
All right. Right, I've done this bit right.
Here he goes. Come on.
Hello.
Rocky, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. How you going?
Yeah, really good, thanks. We've given you a call because we're struggling a bit with our dream teams. We just want a bit of inside info, if that's all right. Cheers, my man. Well, firstly, I should congratulate you for your big win the other night.
Hey.
Yeah, it was great. The boys played really well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. You're looking fighting fit as well.
Not too bad, mate. Just trying to do me bit.
Yeah, nice work. Racked up a lazy 26 touches, so you did a really good job. Now, my first question's about Leuenberger. We want him in our teams. Is he any chance for round one? If not, when do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's still a fair chance for round one. Obviously, he had a bit of a setback after he played that first sort of trial game, but there was no sort of rush to get him back to NAB 3 or 4 and just sort of let him his body right for round one. And all going well, he should play, but in saying that, I'm not a doctor either.
No, well, thanks. I mean, you've just hearing that, mate, it's really made my day, so thanks for that.
Now, mate, what about Carnesis? Like, he smashed up the pre-season. What's his job security going to be like once Blackie comes back, you reckon?
Yeah, I think Paddy has something different to us. He's been playing a fair bit on the wing and he's running carry and his ball used to be quite good. So I'd say Paddy's done everything right to give himself a chance to play round one.
Yeah, nice, Rocky. Warnie here, and just looking at in the midfield, I've got Maloney locked in there at the moment. Just wondering how he's looking, because he only averaged about 60 last year. Do you reckon he can get up around the 90 up there at you blokes?
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think he definitely had something to us, and he's an elite clearance player. So I think he had 11 or 12 on Friday night, which just shows how good he is at stoppages, and he also starts to get the footy on the outside as well when he runs and carries. And he's had a really good pre-season, so all going well, he should be able to build on that, and hopefully we can see the benefits come round one.
Nice, good enough for me.
Rocky, Zorko absolutely dominated last year, we know that. Is there any chance of him, copping a dose of the second-year blues? Because bloody oath, it didn't look like it the other night.
Who's that, Zorko, sorry?
Yeah, Zorko.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he's had a full pre-season this year, and he only had a minimal one the year before, and he's really built on where he was last year, and I think he's taking his game to another level this year, which is going to be quite scary.
Now, a tough one for you, Rocky. Who do you reckon is going to cop the most tags this year from you guys?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a raffle at the moment, isn't it? I don't know who they're going to go after, whether they go Blackie still, or they'll probably go after Richie or Brent Maloney. So
you'll get let off the hook, though, aren't you?
What's that?
You'll run free, you reckon?
I think so. I couldn't imagine him coming after me before those three blokes. So I'm quite happy if they go after one of them.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, Pierce Hanley was good on Friday night, and just wondering what's he looking like out of the back line there? Is he going to spend a bit of time up the ground as well?
Yeah, I'd say Pierce will probably play on the wing. He might be half back when needed, but he's been playing really well, and he's running carry and over that game his ball used to be quite good. So I think you see Pierce probably a bit further up the ground this year, yeah.
Beautiful.
Now, Rocky, you're in 30% of teams at the moment. You're the 13th most selected player, so congratulations for that.
Thanks, mate.
We're sitting here trying to work out why you're not in 100% of the teams, because we think you tick all boxes. Why do you reckon there's 70% of people not picking you?
I've got no idea. I think I faded out at the end of last year, I think, so might have scared a few people off, but played forward for probably most of those games, so I think I'll be playing a fair bit more time in the midfield, which is good, and we've got a bit more midfield depth.
Yeah, well, Rocky, it's good to see you guys rolling really well. Thanks heaps for your time. We think you're going to have a smashing year, so good luck with everything, and thanks a lot.
No worries, thanks, Ollie, and can't wait for Dream Team to go on tour again.
Cheers, buddy.
Thanks, Rocky.
Good on you, lads. See you, boys.
Yeah, so far it's running well. It's a big step up to what I'm used to, and the intensity of training and the fatigue that your body gets is really been a big shock to me. So far so good, and only a couple more months and then we're into games.
Yeah, it's been good transition, but pretty solid. Boys are really getting into training, so a few fit fellas running around, but yeah, slotting in there nicely, enjoying it.
Yeah, well, we've been up there for 4 weeks, and I've completed what you could expect for maybe a first-year player, getting about 70 to 80% of each session done and contributing in all the running and all that sort of stuff. But all the other draftee boys are, you know, in a similar boat. Probably James Stewart and John O'Rourke, who have missed a little bit due to injury. But yeah, it's starting well, and can't wait to get back there and hit the sweaty sessions again up in Sydney.
Obviously you want to play senior footy, and yeah, I'd love to play senior footy as soon as possible. So I haven't set a specific round goal yet, so just working as hard as I can, and if that is round one, that's round one. So just hoping to play a few games next year.
I'd like to think so. I'm a bit more mature than some of the new draftees and stuff like that, body-wise, and I guess it's just on form and pre-season, if I can stay injury-free and sort of depend on selection and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely think my body's ready to go, and I can slot in there. Yeah.
I'll hope, but yeah, it's up to the coaches, and we've got such a strong, you know, talent in our midfield. So I guess it'll be hard to sneak in, but all things going well, the body should be sweet, and you know, I think I might pinch a game in the NAB Cup, and if I can prove myself, you never know. Hopefully.
I think in the midfield, I'm an inside midfielder, so in the none of the packs. That's where I think I'm suited.
That rebounding defender, I suppose, they got a lot of talls and a few smalls, but they don't really have that rebounding defender. Sort of trying to develop a few players into that role, but also that natural. I like the ball in my hands and offensive running, so probably that offensive rebounding defender.
The big one would probably have to be Brad Ebert. Not just as a footballer, but a good bloke. He's really welcomed the younger blokes into the club and really made them feel accommodated. And combined with that, his football prowess, he's really impressing and he's working hard. And I think he's really in for a big season.
Blokes like James Frawley down back, especially, he's flying at the moment. Tom McDonald and Dan Nicholson are winning all the runs. They're very fit blokes, but. And new blokes like Dave Roden and Chris Dawes, they're really sort of taking the culture on board and sort of sharing their knowledge from previous clubs and stuff like that, so that's really helping as well.
Tom Scully's easily, in my eyes, the best trainer. He just does everything so professionally to the last tee. But some of the boys like Stevie Caniglio, Devon Smith's always willing to take a run with the ball, Shawnee Edwards down back. So there's that much talent, young talent in the squad. I could name, you know, half a dozen to a dozen players, but it's all looking really good on the track. Terrific.
Righto, that was actually 3 gun rookies in my team, right. Wines, Whitfield and Terlich.
Ooh,
yeah, there's a hot tip. Thanks, Tom, for the interviews. Great bloke, interviewing great blokes.
Been an awesome,
win-win.
Awesome feature of our pre-season videos. If you haven't seen those, go back and check them out. That's probably Tom now, just saying, yeah, good work, boys.
Yep,
alrighty. So let's get into this next segment. These are some tweets that have come through. We've had a great little series on the website, Versus by McGrath & Co. Yep. That's been absolutely brilliant. We've got some I'm going to throw at you boys. So, all right, Daniel asks, the first one here, Dale Thomas or Mitch Robinson? Calvin?
Has to be Robbo. Has to be Robbo. Dale Thomas in doubt for round 1, so it has to be Robbo.
I've got Robbo locked into my team.
Yep.
Did you pick up in his second half the fumbly? It was a concern, wasn't it?
He looked stupid.
He had the chance to lock himself in.
He did.
Yeah, that was just a worry, but he's still in for me.
He has to be.
Robbo it is then. All right, James wants to know, Pendles or Cotchin, Roy?
These guys are both going to smash it this year and will push 120 averages, I think.
Agree.
Yeah, have to go Pendles if you're going head to head, purely on price, I think.
Yeah, Pendles is slightly underpriced, so yeah, it has to be Pendles.
All right, now this one here, I don't know if this is within the rules, but there's a 4-way here.
God, can he do that?
I don't know, but Adrian is. All right, Josh Kennedy, so our old mate JPK.
Yep.
Swallow, Andrew Swallow that is, Mark Murphy or Dangerfield, Calvin?
Well, I had Mark.
Yep.
Gone after his pathetic effort the other night. Danger. I'll take Danger out of those 4.
Well, I agree with you with Mark.
Good.
It's not just one bad effort, that's back-to-back when copping a bit of negative attention. So that concerns me. I still think he's good value, but not for me. Danger, he's going to cop heavy heat this year.
Yeah, he is.
I'm concerned about that. JPK just gets it done and doesn't mind tackling as well. I'm going with our original boy, JPK.
Ooh. TT Talk Zone. All right, Sean wants to know, Beams v Boyd, Calvinator.
Boyd, old school. I'm going Boydie all day. Old school, gotta love him. He hasn't missed a game like in 7 years or something. Oh no, he's like missed one or something. But yeah, Jet.
Beanbox. He's part of my youth development program that I've been talking about the last couple of years, and he is peaking. He is peaking. You know what Boyd can do. He's done it for about 3 years in a row, 115. Beanbox, we don't know what he can do. He's going up.
He won't average the same. Dog.
No, he won't. He'll average more.
Help us there. We've both split. Who would you go?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Boydie.
Yeah!
Only because of the scores in the bank. Yeah. And I think there's a little bit of worry maybe for Beams. Not really that much worry, but...
worry with
old balls back.
You're a worry wart.
Anyway, all right. Don't want to listen to me. All right, last couple here. Paul wants to know, Heppel or Hartlett?
Hep. Has to be Hep every day of the week.
Also pre-season.
Yeah, I'm going Hep all the way.
Yep, cool. All right. And Anna Lee wants to know, this is a big one, close to your heart, Roy.
Oh.
Zorko or Rocky, and you can't say both.
All right, I'm just going with my boy, Rockliff. Yeah, Rockliff all the way. He is in the midfield, absolutely tearing up. He's the next in line for captain. He ticks all boxes.
Rocky.
It's Rocky. Get him in.
Rightio, here we are with the goal-kicking machine himself, Jack Riewoldt, all the way down in Launceston. Thanks for joining us, mate. We're after a few pointers from you. I know you're a Dream Team fanatic yourself. Who would be, let's say, the first player you'd pick in your Dream Team?
Well, I do like Josh Kennedy from Sydney. Yep. He's one of the players that I would, if I was doing the Dream Team, I'd definitely have in. I'm more of a super coacher man myself, so it's probably the other side of the coin with this one here. But a few little bargains there. Lacroix obviously is one that for those fans that, if you're in the Supercoach draft, actually picking him up's a big one.
All right, let's get off this Supercoach rubbish then, and let's get down to business. What about, now I've been practicing his name all day, Nick Vlaston.
Nick Vlaston.
How did I go?
Yeah, very good, very good. I think, look, the fans have obviously seen firsthand how he's gone.
He's been good in the NAB.
He was very, very good last week against Essendon Wangaratta in a pretty tight game towards the end there, and some really crucial clearances, which obviously scores well in Dream Team. But look, he's going to be a kid that he's going to be a kid that for us going forward is going to be a very good player.
So midfield time.
Midfield time, definitely. Maybe a little bit of half back, a little bit of half forward. It's just a hard nut.
Now, yes or no, will he be there round one?
I would think that he will.
That's a yes?
I'm not the coach, but he would be in my side.
Beautiful. Now, another guy that Roy, a mate of ours, always talks up, Brandon Ellis. Is he a chance? He only averaged 58 last year. Is he a chance to start smashing out some big scores this year?
Yeah, look, I think now this is something that I reckon is a little bit technical, but he actually played sub and was subbed a lot last year. So to score 58 is reasonably good, I would suppose, in the competition. Look, he's someone that this year might start to see more game time. Obviously, the first round pick from 2 years ago, starting to cement his spot as a wingman, midfield, half back as well. So he'll be definitely racking up a lot of touches, and that's pretty important for us off half back. And he's one that will go again, I reckon, and improve even more.
Yeah, another guy I'm interested in, Ricky Pettard. Now, is he best 22? Is he actually going to make the cut? Is he going to be there for you?
Oh, look, Ricky's someone that we've picked up as probably as a depth player to start off with, really, and he's just fought his way into the best 22 at the moment. They're going to have to make the decision, the club, on who they elevate, because you're allowed to elevate one rookie before the start of the season. But I mean, he's bashing down the door, and that half-back position there is somewhere. There's there for someone to take, because Chris Newman's sort of moving up the ground a little bit more. So don't be surprised if you see him in a Tigers jumper in round one, and he could have a really big impact.
So I'll put him in round one. I think I heard you just say that.
Well, don't be surprised if he's there. He's the same boat as Nick, obviously, with those young guys. If they go the way of blooding them in there early, and if they play well enough over the last 2 weeks of the NAB, then they're going to give themselves the best chance.
Now, former Adelaide guy Chris Knights, he's also with you guys now. Used to be a bit of a dream teamer back in his day. How's he going to fit in, do you think? Yeah, look,
Chris is probably going to play more of a high forward role for us. Maybe pitch hitting in the middle at the moment. Struggling with a little bit of a calf injury at the moment, which has obviously kept him out of this weekend. So hopefully for his sake and for our sake, we can see him back next week. Someone that we really highly rate, and very excited to see in the park in the Tigers jumper. So look, he'll be back hopefully sooner than later.
Perfect. Now, personally, mate, I checked up your numbers earlier. You're owned by 3.5% of Dream Team coaches.
Yeah, I think that's lucky, isn't it?
Do you think that's lucky?
Yeah, I'm not a great dream teamer really.
Just faithful supporters.
Just people that love having me there. Probably too expensive, overpaid in the dream team, but look, I'll try my hardest.
Look, spoken like a true dream teamer.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us, and all the best. Cheers.
Thank you.
And that just about wraps up our episode for this week. It is the end of the pre-season. We've got a massive amount of time ahead of us to, well, not very long ahead of us to bloody get ready, but for a long, long season. So don't stuff it up.
How important is it, honestly, though? Because you do not want to be stuck with a just rabble for a whole year.
I don't want to be stuck with a team like Calvin's got
we could be stuck with a vest every week if we stuff up early.
Yeah. Oh, don't even think about that. All right, a couple of things just to finish off with. One of the big games that we are all playing, and we are the experts of, so you can play against us very much so in the footy tips, fantasy footy stuff. So a bit of a different game. I really like what they're doing with that this year. They've changed it, they've upped it, they've made it a lot better than what it has been in the past. The really cool thing is the super sub idea. So find out more details at signing up at footytips.com.au and you can add us into your league so you can play against us, which will be pretty fun.
Bring it on!
Bring it. Roy, we've got the cheat sheet coming.
Oh, we certainly do, and I'm pretty excited about it because it is better than last year. We've got some, we've got heaps of advice, bit of strategy. We've got the three of our teams, so we've got our team.
You don't get a discount for
I've had one
Calvin's.
bad year. Right, that's it. You guys are getting smashed.
But, okay, I'm talking a bit of crap here, but we've actually got the team from last year's winner.
Yep, so his pre-season team that he's worked on now, his current team will be on the cheat sheet.
You can't buy that usually, can you? That is just absolutely gold information. You can, exactly right. So it's going to be amazing. It's only going to be $2 this year.
Yep.
Mega cheap,
and it's bigger and better. So you're getting a bloody absolute bargain for it. Heaps of things on there, rookies, all that sort of stuff. All the stuff you need to know will be on the cheat sheet.
Last year we said buy us a beer. This year it's like buy us some water.
Yeah, water's dearer than that.
Definitely not.
It is too.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, that's us done. Live episodes are going to start after round one, so every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. So tune in for those, which will be a lot of fun and giving you all that stuff that you need to know leading into every round of footy. So that's us. We're going back now to work on our teams.
Without a doubt.
Good luck.
See ya.